Smaller colony. Oh yeah, this colony's probably in trouble. Not saying they won't make it, but they might be in trouble. Very small cluster of bees right here. 2, 3, covering 4 frames, but only half. So you're talking like two and a half frames of bees. I'm gonna move these into a nuke real quick. Yeah, this colony, I'm concerned. I don't think they're gonna make it in this current setup. I'm gonna put them in a nuke and see if that'll change their path. They look like they're getting smaller to me from last time I checked them. So let's take them apart and see if we can save them. These are the colonies that I think, from past experience, don't make it. They just slowly get smaller and smaller, and then we get a warmer day and they'll get robbed out or just die out. Looking for some resources. These are just completely blank. I'd love to give them some food. So they've got some honey and some pollen in here. This whole top area is full of pollen. This side is empty. So that's sort of a food frame. I think what I'll have to do is put them on the nuke stand, come out after dark tonight and put them on the nuke stand. She's got a patch of brood, so she's trying. She's trying to save the colony. Just barely enough bees to cover it. Little patch of brood on this side. There's queen right there. So in she goes. This is empty. Nothing going on in there. Another empty. And empty. And empty. So they have no food in here. No honey, no nectar, no nothing. These are just completely empty combs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is tomorrow when I go through the other colonies, I'm gonna find them I'm gonna put a foundation in here as a marker. And tomorrow I'm gonna find them a frame of resources somewhere. Blank in there for now. So I'll try to put a resource frame here, and I'll definitely give them some fondant. Inside of this box ain't so pretty. Alright, that should work. I got them put into a nuke. This lid doesn't fit very well. I'm going to go get a different one. With that fondant patty on there, but I think they have a much better chance in that nuke box. I'll leave it there till after dark, and I'll take it and move it back to the nuke stand back there. Ugh, just had a bee crawl up my pants and sting me right in the calf. Man, that hurt more than I thought it would. Whew. So this has been kind of typical of what I've been finding as I've been going through these singles. A couple of them had plenty of resources, and over half, if not more, of their fondant. But this has been kind of typical. And I'm not surprised for this time of year. It's just, this is what concerns me. Where I'm at here in Michigan, we don't get a pollen flow until probably early April. We're probably still 3 weeks away from anything substantial, if not a month away. It just depends. Sometimes it comes earlier than later, but you see this this fondant patty was put on 2 weeks ago, and they're just tearing through it. So this is why I check them. I get in here, and I'm not going to disturb this hive, but I'm going to get in here and replace this patty so they have enough to get them through the next 3 weeks or so. It's getting to be just a little later in the day. It's around 4 o'clock. So I'm not going to do all the colonies. I'll do 3 or 4 and whatever I can here, and then do the rest tomorrow. This one's empty. I don't know the actual statistic. I heard some statistic that said like this time of year bees can starve out in 3 days or something like that. I know it doesn't take much, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 4.5 frames of bees. Seem to be good. I'll show you here down into the colony. They're looking good. They seem content, very calm, gentle. Happy about that. They've got a half here that they've eaten a fair amount of. Put that back in. And I'm going to give them another whole one. I like smoking them down a little bit so I can put this on there without smushing them. But that'll help. They'll be able to get in there and get their fondant. We are just in maintenance, survival mode here. We're checking resources, making sure the colonies are still alive, and giving them resources if they need it, and moving on. Like I said, a little boring, but very important. Got to take care of your survivor colonies. Just because they're alive in March, don't mean they're going to be alive in April if you don't take care of them.